Show on Hulu has its roots right here in the Bay Area. It was created by two friends and longtime residents.
KTVU's Andre Sr. talked with the men who decided to take something they each love and turn it into a show that people could appreciate.
Friends hatch plans for great business ideas all the time, but don't always go through with them. But if you've ever hesitated in the follow-through, perhaps Marc Spears and David Lawrence can be your inspiration to take that next step.
So this started basically at my house in Sonoma with myself and Marc.
Lawrence, an executive chef at Goodnight's Prime Steak in Healdsburg.
So today we'll do like 5 of these.
Would do the cooking. Spears, who many know as senior NBA writer for ESPN, would bring the wine. Both regularly gather at Lawrence's home for a ritual of food, wine, and conversation, both of which would soon come into play as their idea developed.
We'd have these dinners and we'd sit down and it would be me and him or it would be a bunch of friends.
And it was during one of those get-togethers that an idea began to take shape. Then kicking into high gear when during one of the dinners, an out-of-town friend who knew of Marc Spears' favorite pastime as a wine connoisseur called looking for recommendations for a planned visit to Napa's wine country.
I was getting those calls a lot from a lot of different black people who are getting more ingrained in the wine world, getting more interested in it. And so I was like the brother to call to get some information, right? And Chef's like, how often you get these calls? I'm like, all the time. Like, we should do something with that.
From there, they started to form the idea for a television show in which people would sit around a dinner table with food and wine. It was something they wanted to be drastically different than the perception often portrayed on television now.
When you watch a lot of the TV shows us in a very negative light, oftentimes. When are our minds showcased? Where is our intelligence ever showcased?
I think that's always been important for us as a people to show black excellence. I don't think that gets shown enough on TV.
While neither man had official connections to TV executives, Spears remembered his boss had previously mentioned Hulu was looking for show ideas, so he made a call. And to his surprise,
so we ended up doing a pilot.
That pilot turned into a full season order. And just like that, a new Hulu show called The Conversations Project was born.
I've never met an astronaut. Should I call you a blastronaut?
I think astronaut is a little more appropriate.
It would feature black professionals and celebrities discussing real, hard-hitting topics.
For all the concern about white children, telling this anti-woke story, it infantilizes them, makes them children forever.
And sharing lighthearted moments, too, similar to what you'd find at a dinner party in any American home.
Do you pray for someone after you tackle them?
Spears and Lawrence say these are intellectual discussions, not debates, and they highlight the diversity of the black experience. Each episode made up of a diverse group of black professionals. Among them, retired NASA astronaut Leland Melvin, also award-winning rapper and now leader of the opposition party in the Belize House of Representatives, Dr. Shine Barrow, and New York Jets defensive tackle Solomon Thomas.
We also talked about the N-word, and for someone like me, that was never in my vocabulary, but it's part of the vocabulary that I found that was here in America, and it's very easily used.
I wanted a show that makes somebody look at it and say, man, I typically don't see black people in this light, but these people are pretty dang sharp.
Lawrence and Spears say they are still in awe of being able to pull off an idea that is now a show on a television network.
Disbelief, shock, horror, because it went from this conversation that was on the deck of my house with Marc to being this show on Hulu now.
But just to get this done, just from our friendship and just coming up with the idea and seeing it come to life is still quite stunning to me.
But creating a show, pitching the idea, and getting it on television is just one hurdle. You could say that was the easy part. Whether people would watch it, well, that was another story altogether. And with that in mind, the debut of the show pleasantly surprised both men.
It became #1 searched show on Hulu when the first week it came out. So you go, wow, this is how TV's made. And so yeah, I'm still in shock at this moment that we're doing this process because I'm just a chef,
There's certainly a Bay Area heartbeat to this show that you'll see in every episode. I don't know where it goes from here. Hopefully we get season 2. Hopefully we get season 8.
Andre Sr., KTVU, Fox 2 News.